of computing, and that IBM is uniquely positioned to do this, and I would ask you to just bear with me on my logic. IBM is uniquely positioned to do this because it's about a series of patterns that you can see the optimization, that you can build upon the optimization. And what are these patterns from? These patterns are from literally thousands of engagements with clients and with ISVs to deploy workloads. Think of the size of IBM's global services business. Think of the numbers of systems and data centers and projects that have been managed by those teams, working hand in hand and closely with their clients. Think of IBM's systems, technology business, and our middleware software business. And as we bring those three together to identify patterns of optimization, we can then deliver solutions to our customers that are unlike any other in the marketplace. So that's our story. You're going to hear a lot of detail now. You're going to see the broadcast from Boston, which is the base of the broadcast. We're going to have some speakers afterwards to talk about it, and then take your Q&A, and then at the end of the day, want to get your feedback on how we can continue to work more closely together. The premise is simple. Technology is the #1 issue facing companies today in terms of positioning themselves for competitive advantage. There's not enough dollars in budgets that are growing. Too many of them are dedicated to maintenance of existing systems. How can I find ways to invest in growth and in innovation? And that's about finding ways to optimize our computing for the specific workloads that they're targeted to do. And that's what we're going to talk about today in detail. I want to welcome you on behalf of all of IBM and to the thousands of others that are participating in this exciting launch around the world. So with that, Lenny, where are you? There you are. Come on up. Our host from Information Week. Lenny, thank you very much for... Good afternoon. Did we feed you okay?
Right.
You'll see that I'm Lenny Liebman from Information Week, and I'll be moderating today's event. And I want to thank you, Gil, for that introduction. I think you really hit the nail on the head when you talked about the percentage of IT's organizational resources that are dedicated to just keeping lights on. As a matter of fact, from our own research at Information Week, I might go further to say that the self-reporting of CIOs that they're only devoting 70% of their resources to keeping lights on may be a little bit rosy, because we're seeing some 80 and 85 and 90% really dedicated to doing that, especially since SLAs are this primary metric we have for IT performance. What are SLAs? It's how good are you doing at keeping the lights on. So there's a whole complex of problems that are keeping IT from innovating as it ought to and as the business wants it to do. And again, we're really hoping that you learn something from this event today that helps you and your organization move the needle when it comes to innovating and allocating resources where they actually provide the concrete benefits that the business is looking for in terms of its new business ventures, entering new markets, and delivering new customer experiences, et cetera, et cetera. So I will review for you right now the flow of events today. You'll went over it. And by the way, this is the most important thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And you'll see in your evaluation forms that the first line is for you to rate the Information Week moderator on a scale of 1 to 5. So I really want you to engage now as I tell you the agenda and recognize the clarity and precision with which I communicate this to you, so that you will express your appreciation at the close of the event. So what we're going to do first is we're going to have a live video. And as, again, Bill told us, that is going to originate in Boston. I emphasize where it's originating because I believe there will be, you have these devices on your table that I'll talk more about during the video, but I believe there's going to be a test question to start with. And the test question is going to be, where is this video originating from? Okay, and they're going to give you a few cities, and one of them is going to be Boston. And I share this with you for two reasons. Number one, I want you to be prepared to do the trial. But the other thing is that with these devices, they're going to know which locations answered how. And the shame that I'm going to feel if the people who are in New York City are somehow unable to answer the test question accurately will be something that I may not ever be able to recover from. Okay? There's moderators in all cities, and I really need my team to get a 100% on this sort of mini SAT that we're going to experience. Okay? So that's what we're doing in the video. The video will be about 85 minutes. After the video, we'll give you a very brief break. We just want to give everybody a chance to do anything that they have to do that can be done within 5 minutes. So for some of you, it may be getting something to drink. For some of you, it may be writing a complete business plan. Whatever it is in 5 minutes, we'll do that then. There'll then be a pair of presentations that will occur live here. And then after those two presentations, we're going to have, as you can see, set up a little Q&A, a little panel discussion with Buell and two colleagues from IBM. And that will also give you a chance to ask some questions live. We'll have some people going around with microphones, so I'll explain how that'll go. You can put up your hand, you get a mic, and we'll answer the question. Now, we need for you to keep these questions confined to the Puresystems launch, to big data, to real-time transactions. Despite the tremendous brain trust of subject matter experts that we're going to have on stage, I do not believe that there is enough computing horsepower within or beyond IBM to do the analytics necessary to figure out what the New York Jets want to do with Tim Tebow. Okay, so that's going to have to wait for another generation of systems. And then when that's done, again, you're welcome to ask some questions one-on-one. We do ask that you complete these evaluations, and we hope to see you at some more Information Week events. And with that, we're not going to back time it perfectly at 2 o'clock. We're hoping that everybody comes up live, not only here, but in all the other 9 cities. Again, very exciting event. We very much appreciate your time here, your attention. I think it will be worthwhile. I had a chance to meet with quite a few of you individually during the lunch, and I appreciate you sharing with me your plans for world domination. I promise not to share that with anybody else, but I think that you will find that your ability of your organization to assimilate, to ingest, to process, whatever you're doing with big data, whatever you're doing with real-time transactions and customer experience, all those plans will be enhanced by what we're going to see IBM talk about here, architecturally, software-wise, implementation-wise, and also cost of ownership-wise. Okay, so again, thanks much, and you'll see the video in a few minutes.
David, how did you hear of this event?
On an email.
So you got an email invitation?
Yeah.
Have you been to other Information Week?
Not like this. I went to other small ones.
But you're on their mailing list.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you know, do you have any idea?